but just taking your time to set yourself up and find your way onto your mat, finding your feet in a nice hip distance. And once you've arrived there, just letting the eyes close and starting to just drop into this moment, being present in your body, on your mat. Finding your breath now, big full inhale and big exhale. And just let the shoulders begin to fall away from the ears. Start to feel into your feet here. And you can find your shifts if that feels good. Just rocking or circling to feel into the edges of the feet. And you're still breathing, just tuning into the body, noticing any sensations coming up here today. And when you're ready, finding your way to center again. And equal weight here between both feet, as well as between the ball and the heel. Okay. Beautiful. Oh my God. One more coming in. Beautiful. Sorry. All right. And we're opening the eyes now and just deepening the breath. So filling the belly. You can keep your eyes closed too. Filling the belly. Big inhale. And exhale, navel to spine. Notice the abdominals tightening as you do that. And just once more. Big belly breath. And exhale. Good. Keeping that connection to center. Inhaling now, lengthening through the crown of the head, getting a little longer. And exhaling to let the chin fall. Pausing here. And then we're just going to move the head side to side, nice and gentle semicircles. And with breath, maybe noticing, pausing if you find something tight. Good. One more time, right and left. Exploring, breathing, and over to the left last time. Good. Returning it to center and go ahead and just soften your knees now and roll down here. It's a trickle down. Take your time. Make it slow. You could shimmy your shoulders to encourage the weighted feeling of the arms and the torso. Coming into your forward fold again, knees are still soft, and go ahead and nod the head, yes and no. Sending breath into the back body, the back of the neck, the hamstrings. Beautiful. Moving into our twist, bending left knee, sweeping right arm up, big breath here. And release it. Moving slowly and gently to the other side. Good, and releasing it. Moving into your parallel second. So toes facing forward, legs wide, either hands on the mat or on your thighs. Coming into your side to side rocks. Breathing into the tightness in the inner thighs and the hips. You can also make that a figure 8 with the hips, if that feels good. Good, last time, right and left with breath. And settling it in center. Taking a nice deep breath here. Knees are still soft, heavy head. Now we're going to take this just a little bit further. We're going to find our flat back. So find fingertips, lift the belly, reach through crown of the head. And you can keep your hands down or you can float one arm at a time out to the side. You're going to feel the inner thighs fire up. And we're going to shift here side to side. Okay, with breath, keep lifting the belly. Good, just 2 more sets, right and left. Really firing things up here. You're breathing. One more time. Last set, right and left. Nice. And release that. Hanging over the legs again. Knees soft, heavy head. Good, and then deep bend of the knees, tail falls, belly picks up. Spine is stacking slowly. Coming all the way up, gathering it up at the top. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good, doing that once again. Big breath in. And releasing, exhaling. Moving into our shoulder rolls here. Just 3 times in each direction. Waking up the shoulder girdle. And then reverse that. Good, 2. And 1. Good, and we're gonna add in one little extra here today. We're gonna do hands on thighs, our flat back roll down. So I'll turn side actually. So I want the belly on, the booty out, hands on thighs as you flat back down, and then press hands into thighs, pull the belly in and up and stack it up. Good, finding some flow with it. Inhaling on the down. Exhaling it up. Good, just 2 more. Just undulating through the spine, waking things up here. And just once more for me. Inhaling flat back. Should feel good. Exhale, scooping around. Nice. All right, we're gonna leave it at that just to warm things up and move into our weights. So we're still in our parallel second, finding our weights, keeping the knees soft. Belly is on, palms face each other. Good, and sweeping it open to start. Inhale, and turning palms towards each other and exhaling it down. Good, and again, opening it up, inhale. And rotating shoulders away from ears, exhale. And now reverse that, sweeping it forward. And rotate palms away, exhale down. Nice, one more time like that. Inhale. And rotate, and exhale. Nice, drawing the heels in now, turning the toes out. And we're gonna take it overhead, unless you have tightness in the shoulders and you could just do a hug here. Otherwise, it's palms facing up, elbows stay soft. Coming into our plie as the arms sweep overhead. Good, using the inner thighs to come up. Good, inhaling, exhaling down. Finding our pelvic floor getting involved now. Good, knees over toes. Last 2 here. Inhale, exhale down. Good, and final 1. Nicely done. Okay, moving right to biceps. So coming into our Pilates V, bringing heels to touch, toes are open. You can stay in a plie, or you can let the heels come up just an inch or 2, turning palms forward, tucking elbows in, alternating here, going right and left. Good, finding breath. And pressing those heels together. You can feel the backs of the legs getting involved now. And of course, your abdominals are working with you. Good, 2 more sets, right and left. And last set here. Good, now we're gonna move into our high V. So arms come up to shoulder height in a V position, palms up, curling here just for 5. Good, feel how your center is supporting the weight of the arms. Heels are still touching. That's it, you have 2 to go. And final 1. Yes, nice. Okay, release and shake it out. Weights come down for just a moment, always with bent knees. Good, coming to your first position, resting hands on hips. For our prances, waking up the feet. So pressing it right and releve. Draw the heels forward, lower right, lower left. To change sides, pressing left and lengthen. Good, you're still breathing, lower. And one more each side, making it your own. You can always make it smaller, slower, whatever you need to do. Good, and last time, pressing left and lengthen and lower and release it. Nice, opening to second, turned out second, rolling through one time each way. It's a plie. And float your heels and lengthen. Lower to reverse it, releve. And plie, stay here for me. We're gonna pulse it for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Good, shake it out. And then find your weights again. Again, protecting the back by bending the knees. Okay, and we're moving into triceps here. So it's parallel with the feet, hip distance parallel, knees bent. Find your flat back hinge, booty out, lift the belly. Okay, roll shoulders onto the back. And we're gonna pull the elbows up. And we're gonna start with just the arms, and then you can add a leg if that feels good. So extending and bending, keeping your elbows high and narrow. And breathe. Okay, one more like that. And again, feel free to stick with that. If you want to take it further, we're shifting over to our left leg, flexing our right foot. Inhale, exhale, extending the leg with the arms. Good, just for 4. Inhale, exhale back. 3. Keep lifting the belly. 2. And last time there. Good, release and reset. Shoulder roll, do what feels good, right? And then resetting, shoulders on the back, elbows high. Starting with just the arms, extend and bend for 3. Good, keep breathing, 2. And again, you can just move the arms here, that's totally fine. Keep going with that, or shift to the right, flex left, inhale, exhale back. Good, just 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Good, lift the belly. 2. And final 1. Nice, release it. Again, little shoulder roll, do what feels good in between. Now we're gonna shave the cheeks. So this one, we're still parallel with our knees soft, and our palms are right by our cheeks, elbows narrow. So this is the one where you may not straighten all the way in this narrow rotation, right? Just going where it feels right to you, slowly lowering. Good, this is a rotator cuff strengthener. Good, just 3 more there. Keeping those elbows narrow. And last 2. Yeah, my arms don't go all the way straight here either. And last one. Well done. Okay, go ahead and release the arms. Step it open to our parallel second again for our combination. Palms start facing back. And arms come up to shoulder height. Elbows wide. Good, rotating to cactus. And pressing it up. Drawing it back down. Palms turn down, reach it front and lower. To do that again, sweeping it up and pulling wide. Feel your shoulder blades come towards each other, opening and press. Good, we're still breathing. Pull it down and rotate and reach. Good, and lowering. Last time, and we're gonna come up to stay up. Okay, pulling it up. And wide, and rotate. Stay here. Just draw elbows to touch here for 5. Maybe not touching, but reaching. And 4. Making sure wrists are long here. 3. And 2. Good. Turning on our pecs. And last one. Woo. Good. Rotating, reaching, and release it. Okay, weights are going to come down again. Coming back to our legs. Good. And we're going to do a little plie here today. So in first position, arms can come with you, 2 demis with breath. Nice. Just softening into it. Now, maybe that's enough for you and you just keep going with your demi. Otherwise, arms can open for balance. You can let the heels float, come a little bit lower if it feels okay. Good. And then using inner thighs to help you up. Maybe it's another 2 demis or 1 more grand. Yes. Nice. Shake it out. And then opening to our second position. Good. 2 demis, 2 grands, or what feels good to you. So as you move into your demi, we're looking to activate the edges of the thighs. You want to feel the outer edges, your rotators, as well as your inner thighs. Good. And then going grand. So just nice and low, but heels stay down. Good. Spine stays stacked. 1 more time like that. Can you feel the edges of the thighs and your pelvic floor? Yes. Nice. Okay. Release that. And right into our around the world here. Just moving right along. Sweep up and over to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Release through center. Bringing it around. And reversing it. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's do 1 more each way because it feels so good. And making it your own, you can always speed it up or slow it down. Good. Final one over to the left. And all the way around. Nice job. All right. Heel toe back to parallel for me. Hands come to the heart. Okay, rooting back down into the feet. So feeling the ball in the heel, maybe even lifting the toes here, getting really anchored to your mat. And sun salute with breath. Inhale, gather. Exhale, dive down. Good. Knees soften at the bottom. Finding your flat back. Belly lifts, hands on shins. Inhale. And exhale to release it. You're back in your forward fold, maybe shaking the head again, or anything else that your body might want here, a little sway. Good, and then just connecting hands to your mat, take your time, set that up. You could even have props here under the hands. So spreading the fingers, pressing into your fingertips, and now just pedal back. Take your time. You can hang out on one side and then the other. Just feeling into what's happening here today. 1 more breath to just arrive in your down dog. And just begin to tune in, right? So we want to feel shoulder blades wide. We want to feel the belly begin to hollow, the heels reaching for the earth. We're just going to lift our heels here 3 times. Okay, so releve, heels up, up, up. Notice how that opens the sit bones up to the sky. And then see if you can keep that feeling of openness as you release the heels back down. 2 more times like that. Inhaling it up. Exhaling, heels down. 1 more time. Just floating them up and then slowly lowering. Good. And then soften your knees, come into a child's pose. Taking our nice 3 breaths here, connecting to our back body breathing. Okay, we want to feel, instead of the breath moving into our belly, we want to feel it moving into our back. Really filling the ribs. 1 more breath like that. Good. Coming back up, or coming to hands and knees now, and setting yourself up. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Finding your wag, maybe looking at your tail as you do that. So nice flat back, belly is on, connecting tops of the feet to the mat. Good, and shoulders are wide, so check in. Notice if your shoulders are collapsing or if they're broad. Keep them broad. Now we're just gonna start with right arm reaching. Feel everything draw into center and slowly lower that down. And change, left arm reaches. Good, and lowering that down. Now, right arm reaching, left toes tucking. Keep the toes down. Okay, find that line of energy from right fingertips out through the sole of the left foot. Draw the belly in and up, and then you can float the leg, and we're just gonna pulse here, down and up, arm and leg. Good, for 5. And 4. Keep lifting the belly, 3. And 2. And 1. Soften it down, reset. So either wagging the tail, broadening the shoulders, lifting the belly. When you're ready, left arm, right toes tuck. Stay here for a moment. Find your line. Square your hips. Now belly lifts. Back leg can float. And it's down and up here for 5. Good. Keeping the torso stable. And 4. Nice. And 3. Good. We're breathing. 2. And 1. Soften it down. Come back to child's pose. Resting the wrists. You could tent your fingers here. Right. Taking a breath. Softening. Good. And then coming right back up. So you could choose, actually, we're going to take a plank. So if you feel like your wrists want to break, come down onto your forearms and do a forearm plank. Otherwise, if you want to stay up, you can do that too. Press into those fingertips. And when you're ready, tuck toes. Okay, find your plank. And we're just going to shift it forward and back here for 8. And 7. Keep drawing navel to spine. 6. And use your breath. 5. Last 4. And 3. Good. 2. And final 1. Releasing the knees. Come back to child's pose. Little extra here if you want to try. Let your elbows connect to your mat. Bring your hands to prayer. And then you can draw the hands behind your head. And this might give you a stretch under your armpits, triceps. Just notice what's happening. Take a breath. Good. And then releasing the arms. And go ahead and just pull the belly in to stack it up. We're going to move right along to come on to our back. So doing our sitting cat-cow. Also, if you have your strap handy, just make sure it's close by. So when we lay ourselves down, we'll have it. Okay, so for our sitting cat-cow, we're at the top of the mat. There's room behind you. Knees can be parallel or open. You choose. Hands can be behind the thighs or reaching. And we're starting on our sit bones, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling to pull it back, creating that cat energy, head and tail reach for each other. Good, rounding it forward, hollow the belly, inhale, lengthen. You can lift the heart at the top if that feels good. And exhale, pull back. Each time we're getting just a little bit lower. Good, last time, bring it up. Rounding and then lengthening. Inhale, exhale. This time we're coming down nice and slow. Maybe you want to hold behind your thighs for support. Maybe not. Take your time to lay it down. And then head comes down and knees come in. Finding your moment here to rock side to side, circle your knees. Connecting your back body to the mat. So really finding that anchored tail sensation. Okay. Good. One more breath to settle it in center. And just remembering that we want this connection, this imprint of our back body into the mat as we move into our core work. And to start out here today, we're going to start slow. Okay, we're going to keep our right knee bent, keep your head down, inhale your left leg long, and exhale to slowly lower it. And so just starting to fire up the low belly, you're going to feel that leg hook to your low abdominals, and then just change it, squeezing left knee, inhale right leg up, exhale to lower. Now you could take this with an upper ab curl, but sometimes it's nice to just start here. One more set each side, holding right, inhale left leg, and exhale it down, navel to spine, low back still on the mat. And last time, hug your left, inhale right, and exhale down. Good, pulling right knee back in, just take a softening breath. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to do a little bit of our footwork. So you could use your mat. It's always a great option to grab onto those two top corners and pull with your arms, right? Or it's hands behind the head, or head could stay down. And if it's hands behind the head, use your hands, elbows narrow. Good, parallel here, glue your knees and feet together, and then big flex of the feet all the way out through pinky toe. Inhale. On the exhale, extending the legs, reach through the heels. Good, and inhale, bend. Exhaling, extend, sink the belly. Good, you have just two more. Mound between your big toes stays touching. Inhale, exhale out. And last one, inhale, exhale. And knees in, release the head, take a softening breath. Okay, now we're going to do our bird on a perch, little extra here for our footwork. So it's the same setup, your parallel, knees and feet glued together. Flex your feet and then wrap your toes like little bird claws on a branch. And again, use your mat or it's hands behind the head. You want to find your upper ab curl. Inhale, exhaling it out. So you might find a little cramping in the toes, totally normal. You can always release it and come back to it. Good, two more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Again, our feet are still glued together and low back still on the mat. Last time, inhale and exhale. All right, release it, shake out your toes. Now we're going to turn it out. So our Pilates B, heels come to touch, toes are open, knees are as wide as shoulders, so not fully open, slightly narrowed to keep our inner thigh line. Again, use your mat or your hands or keep your head down. So this is the one where we want to think of pulling knees towards our armpits, inhaling there, and exhaling to extend. Keep your heels glued together. Good, just two more. Inhale, knees to armpits, maybe hover the tail. And exhale it out. Beautiful, last one, inhale. And exhale. Yes, okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Go ahead and release, head comes down, extend your legs, arms can reach up overhead. Let's open the abdominal wall here, gently arching the back, taking a breath. Well done. All right, now just to mix it up, we're gonna start with our hip crease on the left instead of the right. So pull that left knee in. And taking a breath or two, maybe exploring, so massaging that hip girdle, letting the knee move side to side if that feels good. And now we are going to go into climbing a tree, and your options are to do it without the strap or with your strap. So if it's without your strap, you're using your hands behind the thigh, walking it up. If it's with the strap, we want to create tension in the strap. So I just want to show that, wrapping the strap around the arch of the left foot and then extending that left leg long is what creates tension. So I'm not pulling on my strap, right? My arms stay straight. Everything is kind of tight, right? And we've already turned our belly on. So keep that activity. Now, either hands behind the thigh, pushing the leg into the hands, or keep pushing your foot into your strap. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale to slowly tip it up or stay low. Finding your sit bones, pulling the leg in. Inhale, and then lowering it, exhaling, following the belly. So that same cat energy. And take your time laying it down nice and slow. Head comes down and we go one more time. So again, you choose, right? You can always adjust with the hands if you need to. Pushing the leg into the hands. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders, or its foot into strap. Exhale over your hard place. Good. Find your stretch. Lengthening the spine. Yes. And then lowering it, hollowing the belly, and slowly coming back down. We're tractioning the spine there. Good. Now we're going to pull on the strap. So if you didn't have your strap yet, you'll find it. Soften your left knee, and you can find your hamstring stretch. It might feel good to bend and extend it a time or two, encouraging the back of the leg to open, soften. Good. Now we're breathing into it. Wherever it feels tight, send your breath there. Last breath like that. And now when you're ready, sweeping the leg up to 90 degrees, you choose here. You can rotate, turning your left toes to the left and finding that stretch for the edge of the leg, or keeping it parallel will give you a little more range if you want to come into more of a twist, right? Allowing the leg to kind of get heavy there. You could even open the opposite arm. Wherever you are, you're breathing, noticing where there's sensation. Where can you release just a little bit more? Last breath like that. Good. Draw the belly in. Now use your strap to pull that leg back up. And now we open it to the side. So we want the strap to be really supportive here so that our quad is not gripping. Okay, we're anchoring opposite hip. We're breathing into that left inner thigh, left hip. With every exhale, really consciously letting go where we're holding on. Final inhale and exhale like that. Bottom of the exhale, engaging the belly. Now pulling on the strap, bringing the knee back or the leg back up to bend the knee. Good, you can take your strap away. Give that knee another squeeze. And then left hand on left knee, support it as it opens and slowly release it. Comes all the way down to meet the right. And we just notice for a breath, what is different on that left side in comparison to the right? Is it longer, heavier, softer? And just tune into that. And then when you're ready, drawing right knee to a hip crease, keeping either left leg could stay long, and also, you can always bend that bottom leg. That might feel better on your back. Okay, again, you can play with the right knee. That feels good. We're breathing. And then bringing it back to center. Now you're going to choose, again, we're going to extend our right leg, and it's either hands behind the thigh for your climbing a tree, or you're finding your strap around the arch of the right foot and sending your right leg long up to the sky to create that tension. I like to think of space in the front of my right hip here, right? So rather than creasing it, there's this elongating of the front of the hip. Now belly sinks before we go, and either press your leg into your hands or your foot into your strap. Inhale, lifting head, neck, shoulders, and exhaling. Maybe you stay right here. That's totally fine. Maybe you tip it up to come all the way up, pulling the leg towards us, lengthening the spine. Inhale and exhale to slowly lower it. Taking your time on the way down. The leg moves away. Notice my leg is really counterbalancing here. Good. One more time. whichever version was feeling good to you. Pressing the leg into the strap or into your hands. Inhale. Exhale to rise, or staying low, which is actually maybe even harder. Good. And then find your stretch. Inhale and lower the leg as you scoop and round, exhaling it down, one vertebra at a time. Head's going to come down now. We're going to pull on the strap. So if you didn't have a strap, find your strap. Good. And maybe again, you might want to bend and extend once or twice and really encourage that hamstring to soften and release. We're breathing. Good. One final breath like that. And then bringing the leg up to our 90-degree angle. Now, again, you choose. You could keep it parallel to come into the full twist. You could turn the toes to the right, and it'll be a little tighter on the edge of the leg. So it's up to you what feels good today. I'm taking it into more of the twist and also extending my right arm to keep my right shoulders anchored. Okay, staying and breathing, letting go as much as you can. One final breath there. Good, sinking the belly, drawing that leg back up. Now we open it out to the side. So really use your strap, hold on to it. Okay, keep that opposite hip anchored. Soften your right quad so that right inner thigh is also soft and opens. And we're breathing. Good, last big breath there. And again, navel to spine, use the abdominals and also the strap to pull your leg up. Bending right knee, taking the strap away, giving your knee a squeeze. And then it's right hand on right knee, support it as it opens. And gently release it all the way down to meet left leg. And again, just integrate here. You can turn your toes in and out. You can feel space in the hips, maybe some decompression of the low back. So just savor that. And then we're going to rock it up, or you can roll to your side to press up. So it's tabletop, hands behind thighs, and pressing it, legs into hands. Good. Coming all the way up, we're going to squeeze in our spine stretch here. Just 2 times, making sure you're up on your sit bones, so moving flesh out of the way or sitting on something. You can check in front of the hips should be soft. Okay, we're right up on our sit bones, lengthening out of the pelvis, reaching it up. Inhale. Exhale, rounding, spiraling into yourself. And then root your sit bones, stack it back up. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale here. And exhale to round. Good, scooping, hollowing. And then stacking it back up. Good, arms open. We're gonna just do one saw each way. Okay, and we're gonna hold it in our saw. So we're in our center, lengthening, inhale, rotating over to the right, and then diving down, same action. So round it, chin to chest, pull your belly in, reach for that opposite foot, press your back palm up. Now stay here. Take one more breath as you anchor your left seat. And then draw the belly in, stack it back up, inhale through center. And rotating over to the left. Good, diving down, so rounding rather than like folding, right? Back palm is pressing up. Now anchor your right seat, take a full breath here. Good, picking it back up, inhaling through center. Good, bringing the feet to touch, reaching the arms up, and exhale over the legs into your forward fold moment. So wherever you want to take this, it could be that you're in a flat back, you can round the spine, release the head, you can flex or point with the feet. One more breath. Just letting go here. Good. And then drawing the belly in to slowly stack us back up. And we're going to transition onto our stomach here, moving into our extension. Okay, so take your time. Find your way onto your belly. Good. Okay, and we're going to do a cactus variation. So find your arms in your cactus. Palms are facing down towards the floor. You also want to feel tops of the feet on your mat, gently pressing into the floor. And before we go anywhere, drawing belly in off the mat. So belly button to spine, of course. Now we're going to inhale to lift our eyes, our chin, our chest, and then float your arms. Good. And then just soften that back down. Now this time we'll take it just a little bit further, but listen to your body, okay? Belly on, eyes up, chin up, chest, arms. Now if you want, pull elbows towards each other on the back. And then back to your cactus. And soften it down. Good. 2 more times. You choose what works for you. Inhaling, eyes, chin, chest, arms, pull back. And then back to cactus and lowering one last time. Are you still connected to tops of the feet? Inhale, lifting up. Belly is on, arms pick up. Now maybe elbows towards each other. And then releasing it. Good. Now left hand is going to be a pillow for our forehead. And we're going to bend our right knee and get our quad stretch in. So you're reaching for that right foot, maybe finding it. If there isn't a find here, that's okay too. You can gently press front of the right hip into the mat and create that opening. Just gentle with it though. Good. And then just slowly letting that go. Take your time to change sides. Right hand becomes a pillow. Left knee bends. Good. And again, you can gently press front of left hip into the mat. Find your breath here. Okay, now a little extra. And if this is too much for you, maybe you just come into child's pose and wait for us. Otherwise, both knees bending, holding onto the feet. Belly is on. So again, navel to spine. Now kick your feet into your hands and let that pick you up. Just take it where it feels right to you. Okay, front and back body work together. And then soften it back down. Nice, releasing the hold of the feet. Hands come under the shoulders and we're all gonna press back to our child's pose. Maybe you're already there. You can always find a variation. Maybe it's knees wide now. Maybe you're shifting the hips a little side to side or massaging the forehead. Good, one more breath here. Okay, and then we're just gonna walk it over to the right. Okay, anchoring left seat and getting that big side body opener on the left. You can reach your left arm even further than the right. And then take your time bringing it back through center and over to the left. Now anchor your right seat, and if right arm can lengthen a little bit further, doing that, breathing into right side. Good, returning it back to center. Final breath here. And then bringing it back up to hands and knees for me. Okay, so finding knees under hips again, hands under shoulders. We're moving into our cat-cow, integrating front and back body connection. Just gonna do a classic here today, but if you wanna do a variation, do that. Listen to your body. So starting with your cow, drawing the heart forward, gazing up, inhale. And then exhaling to round into your cat, pushing the floor away. Good, again, inhaling. And exhaling. And can you feel into that front and back body action? Right, one more time, inhale. Pulling the heart forward. And exhaling, scooping and rounding. Good, bringing it back to your flat back now. Maybe a little wag to make sure the back is flat, the belly is on. Tuck your toes, hover your knees. Good, and send the seat up. We're coming back up to our dog. Maybe a pedal moment. Maybe you want to just hang out with bent knees. Okay, good. One more breath to settle into your dog. Really pressing into all those fingertips. Checking in with the shoulders again. Good. We're going to do our plank series here. So again, if you want, you could come onto your forearms if it's too much to be on your hands. Okay, always feel free to modify. So reaching right leg back, parallel, inhale. On the exhale, pull your right knee to your right elbow, high plank. Good. Inhale, sweep it back. And exhale, right knee to left elbow. Belly is on. Good. Inhaling back. Last time. Exhale, right knee to the nose through center. Good. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, release it down. Take a reset. Maybe you want to shake out wrists. Okay, do what you need. And when you're ready, here we go. Left leg back. It's parallel. Inhale. On the exhale, left knee to left elbow, high plank. Inhaling it back. And exhaling, left knee to right elbow, cross the midline. Good, inhale back. And last time, it's knee to nose, scoop the belly. Good, inhale back. And exhale it down. Good, again, reset. Do what you need here. And now we're just gonna sweep the right leg back, only to pull it forward. So the knee bends. Pull that knee towards the nose, bringing the foot forward. We're gonna stay in a high lunge here today. So the back heel stays lifted. Okay, and find your fingertips. Lift the belly. When you're ready, hands come to front thigh. Okay, so really active with front body support. When you're ready, arms can sweep up. Good, and then we're gonna do our cactus variation here as well. So we're gonna bend those elbows, opening the heart, and then we're gonna lengthen the arms and that front leg. Inhale, and exhale, come back down, bending the knee and opening the arms, elbows bend. Good, one more time, reaching it up, inhale. And exhale back into your cactus. Feel your shoulder blades behind your heart. And then soften down, bringing the hands back down. Keeping left hand inside of right foot, sweep your right arm high. And let's just roll the wrists here. Find your breath. Good, release it. Placing that right hand so you're framing right foot. Again, press into those fingertips. When you're ready, step your right foot back. You're back in your dog. Reset moment, squaring it off, broad shoulders. When you're ready, left leg pulls back, only to bend that knee and pull it towards the nose, to bring your foot between the hands, to stay in your high lunge. So we're finding fingertips, opening the hips. When you're ready, lift your belly and bring your hands to the front thigh. Good, active front body here. And then we can sweep up. Good, now elbows bending. We're coming into our cactus, opening the heart. And now lengthen the arms and the front leg. Inhale. Exhale to come down into your cactus again. Good, one more time, reach it up. Inhale. And exhale. Good, release. Hands come down. Right hand stays inside of left foot. Now left arm opens up. And go ahead and circle that left wrist. Breathe into it. And then releasing that left hand down. Again, frame the foot, set it up, press into those fingertips, and step it back. We're back in our dog. We're gonna go into our vinyasa, okay, with breath. Do what you need to. If you need to modify, it's totally fine. Here we go. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, baby cobra or up dog. Belly is on, heart lifts. And then exhaling either through your child's to your dog or right to your dog. Good. One final breath. We'll all come into a down dog. And then just start to walk it in. Coming into your forward fold. Good. And if it feels good, you could hold your elbows or interlace your hands behind your back. Keep your knees soft. Let the torso be heavy. Notice, is your torso closer to your legs now than when we first started? Okay, beautiful. Releasing that bind. Go ahead and deepen the bend of the knees. Let your tail fall. Pick your belly up. Slowly stacking. Coming back up to our feet. Gathering it up at the top. Inhale. Exhale, bringing hand to the heart. Just taking a moment to feel all the activity here, right? Feel your center line. Oh, good. You have plenty of time. Love that. Okay. So rooting back into the feet. Beautiful. We are going to go into a balance. So if you'd like to, you could step off your mat or find a wall to support you. Okay. We're going to take a tree or a variation of tree if that feels good to you. So taking weight over to your left leg, find your hip crease moment on the right. As we do this, we're rooting into that standing leg. Good. And then opening it. And then placing the foot wherever it wants to go. It could be the ankle or the knee or the thigh. But just like we press the hands, create that gentle press wherever the foot is. Good. And arms can go where they feel right. And then finding your gaze, staying where you are for a breath. Take your time to come out. Nice and easy. And releasing when you're ready. Resetting. Okay, rooting back into the feet, feeling into our center, shifting now over to our right leg, hugging left knee. As we do that, we're sending roots down through that right leg. Good, opening it up. And then again, placing the foot wherever it wants to go here. Okay, take your time to create that connection, that gentle press. And then you can do what feels right for you. Good, taking a nice deep breath there. And slowly coming back down and resetting. Beautiful. So coming back down or coming back through a sun salute, we're going to come back down on the mat. Inhale, gather. And exhale, dive. Good, just one flat back with the knees soft. Inhaling, reaching through crown of the head. And exhaling it down. Good, go ahead and soften your knees here and come into a seated position. So however you want to find your way back down, find a seat. Okay, beautiful. We're going to just do a reverse tabletop here. So we're going to send the shoulders onto the back, fingertips towards your booty. Okay, feet close to your seat. And then just gently, when you're ready, inhale to prepare and exhale, picking the pelvis up. So just a reverse table here. You can look towards your legs, the ceiling. I would not suggest letting the head go completely. Right. And then just soften it back down. Good. And now we're going to come onto our back. So you can do hands behind the thighs, laying ourselves down. And we're going to move into our Shavasana. So any last thing that your body might want, maybe you squeeze in a figure 4 moment, or maybe you just lay it down. Okay. Find your way to your Shavasana. Nice and heavy. Let your eyes close. Let your body start to sink and soften into your mat. Let your breath be soft. And just letting go here, giving yourself this moment to surrender. And just beginning to notice your breath again, feeling the belly rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And then start to wiggle fingers and toes, inviting movement back in. And then extending that to the limbs, just doing anything that feels good as you come back into the body, into awareness of what's happening here. And then when you're ready, rolling to your side body, find your fetal position. Good. Keeping everything soft and heavy. You can find your way to a seated position. Eyes can stay closed here. You could always just stay in that fetal position if that's feeling good to you. And if you're in a comfortable seat, make sure both sit bones are anchored to the mat. And once you've found your way there, I just want you to take that scan of your body, that internal scan, noticing any sense of warmth, circulation, connection. Notice your root bone, your sit bones rooted. They are your root bones. Rooting you to the earth. And then feeling the spine reaching out of your pelvis and all the way out through the top of the head. Good. Finding a shoulder roll now. Draw shoulders up by your ears with an inhale. And then allow the shoulders to fall onto the back with your exhale and feel how the front body opens. And then bring your hands to meet your heart. Finally, let your chin drop to bow inward in gratitude to yourself. Thanking yourself for showing up here today. Giving yourself this gift of strength and length, connection to your body, your breath, your mind, and your spirit. It is a gift that you give yourself whenever you step onto your mat and move your body. Thank you. Drawing head in line with the spine. When you're ready, softly opening your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much.